more important. Okay. So I'll just close it. So collection we are going to start today. So I will just open it. Right, you know. Is it coming now? I'm feeling now. Is it coming? Okay, so before starting, I can let's try to understand. There are three very important operators or methods are there. Okay, so one is called single equal to, second one is double equal to, okay, third one is your equals method. So we have discussed a bit about this, but now we'll discuss in depth. Okay, so what is the difference between single equal to, double equal to, and equals method? With some example, we will do some example, then we will be able to understand it. Okay. We will open our PPT also. So I am just thinking that you might have gone through that book which I told, page number. Okay, so that it would be easier for you to understand. Okay, so tell me, what is this single equal to? Why this is used? This is for assignment. Okay, something like what you do, int I equal to 10. What does that mean? I am assigning that 10 to I. So single equal to is used for assignment. Okay. Now what is the other one? Double equal to. When we use double equal to? For comparison purpose basically. Okay. Something like if I have int j equal to 10. I want to compare I and j. How I will compare in Java? I is equal to j. Then I will print SOP. Okay, something like I is equal to j. Else I will print SOP means system dot out println. Okay, not equal to j. So what should the output tell me? I is equal to j. Why? Because I am using this double equal to. Okay, so this one we use for the assignment purpose. Okay, and double equal to, when we use we have to compare the equality of two variables. They are the basic concepts. You might have studied in C++ also. Okay, yeah. So that's what. We just got to change the sound from where we do here, right? No sound. Control S. Okay, so let's start from here basically. So now, we understood single equal to is for assignment, double equal to is for comparison, comparing two numbers. Okay. Now let's try to change a bit our whatever the things we are doing. I will do something like integer equal to new integer. So I am going for the wrapper class. Okay. Earlier one was your primitive data type. Now what I am saying, integer means wrapper class, right? So I am making it 10. So I because here I was 10, right? So similarly I want to do the same thing, integer 1 equal to 10. Okay, and I will try to write the same logic here. I mean integer, first variable will be integer, second variable will be the integer one. Now tell me what should be the output. I is equal to j or I is not equal to j? Huh? Sure? Equal to j or not equal to j? Huh? Equal to j? Sure? Okay, we'll see this. Huh? Then we get started. Ours is daily batch. That's what. So integer is you can think like this, okay. So I am comparing these two. So this here in this case I was in ij, or else you can make it this one is I, this one is j. So okay, so what should be the output here? Integer is not equal to integer 1. This is the output. It is not equal to. Okay, why? We will see now. Okay, so we will go here. Cancel. Okay, so we'll do here only. Okay, so I looking for int I equal to 10. Okay, int j equal to 10. When I do comparison, if I want to compare I is equal to j, what I am typing, I is equal to j, else what I want to type, I is not equal to j. So what should be the output in this case? I is equal to j. That's what we will see. So let's run this code. What is the output we are getting? I is equal to j. Now let's try to change this code. I mean, in terms of it was in integer. So what was the data type I was using? Prim data type. Let's try to go for the wrapper class. What is the wrapper class of it? Integer equal to new integer. What is the value? 10. Okay, or else if you want to make it ij, you can make it I here. What is the second one? J. Okay, now we can use the same thing here also. Yeah, tell me what should be the output? I is equal to j or I is not equal to j? I is not equal to j. So let's try to see the output what we are getting. I is not equal to j. Why? Because double equal to is used only to compare primitive data type. Okay, so we have to modify a bit our whatever logic we have done. Compare the equality of two variables. Here we are talking about two primitive variables. Okay, so if you are comparing your object, you should never use double equal to. You should always use equals method. The next one which we are going to see. So what is the third one which we are looking into here is called equals method. Okay, now in this case, if I'll go here and I'll just use this equals method. So dot equals dot equals j. As soon as L2 equals, now what should the output tell me? Equal to or not equal to? Equal to. Why? Because equals method checks the meaning of your variables. Okay, so let's run it. Now I'll get equal to z. Okay, so always whenever we are comparing object, you must go through equals method. So what equals method does? Okay, it compares two objects meaningfully. What does meaningfully means? Meaningfully means it will keep on going bit by bit and it will check whether both are having same meaning or not. Okay. So whenever you want to check the compare or else you want to compare the equality of two objects meaningfully, what is the method we use? Equals. If somebody will ask what is the difference between double equal to and equals method, double equal to is used to compare the primitive data type, equals is used to compare the objects. Okay. What is the second difference? Double equal to is an operator which will require two operand, and equals is not an it is a method. Okay, so it is not a operator. Okay, so what I told, double equal to is a operator. Okay, and equals is a method. It is a method. And from where this equals method comes? It comes from the class called object. Okay, from object only you will get. So one question was there, right? So object class contains which all methods? So which all methods is contained? Equals is one of the method, then hash code is one of the method. Okay, so many methods are there if you go over there. Okay, let's try to do one more exercise. String equal to new string k-tech, string 1 is equal to k-tech. Okay, so both of the string, what does that mean? K-tech. Now if I'll do, if string is equal to string 1, you type string is equal to string 1. Not equal to string. Tell me what should be the output? What? Equal to or not equal to? Not equal to. Why? Because string is an object. So whenever you are comparing object, you must go through equals method. Okay, so let's try to run this code. What we are getting? It is not equal to. Why? Because it is an object. So if you want to compare objects, what to do? String dot equals then string 1. Now what should be the output? It should be your string is equal to 1. So whenever you are comparing object, never go for double equal to. You will always go for equals method. Okay, because equals method will give you the correct result. Okay, double equal to will not give you the correct result for objects. Okay, now I'll change a bit this question. Okay, so string equal to, I am not using new. I mean that's what is the, I am not using new. What I mean, I am directly assigning that variable over there. Okay, string 1. Okay, now we can directly copy this. Yeah, so tell me what should be the output? Equals to or not equal? According to our theory, what I told, if we are having your string which is an object, then what will happen? Ideally it should be not equal to, or sorry, so yeah, equal to should come. Why? Because it will check the equivalency. Okay, so let us see the output, what we are getting, equal to. Okay, but surprisingly when we do this, when we do this, so ideally, as per our theory little bit earlier, what should be the output in this case? Not equal to. Okay, but there is some surprise. Okay, so what is the surprise? The output is equal to. Got it, right? So now what is that point? Why when I am using new char tag it is giving me not equal to? When I am not using new char tag, then, so in this case, see here what I have done, we have done new string. In this case, what was the output? Not equal to, with double equal to I am talking about. Okay, but when I am doing, I am not using new, what is coming? It is coming as a equal to. Yeah, so try to understand what happens over there is, so there are two things. Okay, so double equal to is used to compare primitive type or to check whether two objects having the same references or not. So double equality is used for two purposes. One, to check, what to check? To check the equality of primitive data type, or else when we use it, we use to check the reference or not. Okay. So what is that reference is all about? Try to understand. Okay. So in string, we are having one of the concept called string pool. What is the concept called? String pool. Okay, if you will be able to understand it, then you will be able to understand the answer of your previous question also. So what is a string pool? What is a pool? First tell me. Pool means okay. So in string, in swimming pool we will have lot of swimmers. So here what will be there? Yeah, you are right. In one sense. Okay. So in swimming pool, lot of swimmers will be there. Right? So similarly here also in string pool means lot of strings will be there. Okay. So pool means, try to understand, one of the memory area in your heap only, where all the objects will be there. Okay. So if we go to company, we call this as a talent pool. What is that called? Talent pool. What is talent pool? Talent pool is nothing but, those are called bench. What are they called? Bench. Bench means if you don't have any project, okay, you will be put it inside your talent pool. Okay. So pool does not contain any sort of data structure. Okay. Queue will follow what data structure? First in, first out. Stack will follow last in, first out. Pool does not follow any data structure. The one which came last or previous to last, he might go first. You don't know. So in bench, if many people are there, okay, so interviewer will interview them. Whoever is good, they will take them, right, from the bench. Okay. So similarly here also in string pool, what will happen? There will be many strings which are available basically. Okay. And Java is very intelligent. Okay. So try to understand what is the intelligence about the Java. Okay. So what it does is, what it sees is, it found first time when we have run this code. What is the line number? 43. It has created one of those string called char tag. Where it has created? It has created in string pool. Okay. Now what happened? The second line, it has again created called char tag. Then now what will happen? Java does not create new string until and unless you will not request him for that. So in this case, are we using new? We are not using new. That means what it will do is, it will use the older string only. What is the older string? It will use this one only. It will not create new char tag. It will use the older one only. Got it, right? So because in Java, whenever we deal with string only. So if we'll keep on creating new, what will happen? My memory will become very full, right? So that's why it is very intelligent. It does not create new string until unless you are not telling him, hey, create new one. So how will you tell him, hey, create new one? You have to use new. Then only he will create the new one. Otherwise, it will be old one only which is getting used basically. So in this case, what I told is double equal to used to compare the equality of primitive, or else whether to check the both references are same or not. Okay. So in this case, tell me first string is caretaker, next string is also same caretaker, right? So both are referring to the same reference, right? That means what should be the output? It should be equal to. Got it, right? So that's why whenever you are running this code, what is the output we are getting? String is equal to string 1. Because both are coming from the string pool reference. I mean both the reference are same. Okay, yeah. So this is about your string pool. Now let's try to understand one more thing. I will do string. Okay, and I will pass this. Okay, and I will do this. Yeah, tell me what should be the output, equal to or not equal to. So I am using double equal to check for primitive. Is it primitive? No. Now what is second check? Reference. We'll check the reference. So what string has that? It has created one caretaker, and string 1 is referring to string which is referring to caretaker. Means both are having same reference, right? Are you able to understand? So what I am telling here is, I mean, if you see here. Okay, so what it will do is, I mean, suppose this is your string pool. Okay, string pool where a lot of strings are there. So what first string, okay, first string has created one of the string here. Okay, so what is the name of that? Caretaker. I mean it will create some string here. Okay, and what is the second one which we are doing? We are doing string 1 is referring to string. So suppose 2 is referring to 1 is referring to this one. So ultimately both are referring to the same reference, right? So that's what we have discussed here. What is the second point which we discussed here is to check whether the two objects are referring to the same reference or not. Got it, right? So double equal to will check reference or primitive. Okay, yeah. Now if we'll go here and change this to equals method, tell me what should be the output. Dot equals method. What should be the output? Tell me. It will check the meaning. What is the meaning of string? Caretaker. What is the meaning of string 1? Caretaker. Both are same. Fine, no problem. It should be equal to. Got it, right? So equals will only check the meaning basically. So let's run it. What is the output? Equal to. So equals does not have any problem. Problem is with double equal to. So that's why whenever you are comparing objects, you must go through equals method. Okay. Yeah. Now let's try to go here. The one which we are doing. Okay. And what was the output here? It was your equal to, right? Why? Because we are using meaningfully equivalent equals method. Okay. Now when I do this, what was the output? What was the output? Not equal to. Why? Because we are comparing objects. So because new means new, not equal to. Okay, not equal to. Now I'll change a bit. I'll change it to like this. Yeah. Now tell me what should be the output. Equal to or not equal to? Equal to, not equal to? Why not equal to? So let's run it. So it should be your equal to is coming. Okay. So why equal to is coming? Same reference. Is it string pool? We are working with integer, right? So integer pool we don't have. Okay. So what is internally happening here is, try to understand, auto boxing is happening. Okay. Why? Because you are not using new operator here, right? So automatically whenever you do this double equal to, now automatically this will convert into your int, this one is also getting converted into int, and it is comparing both of those, then it is telling it is fine for us. Why? Because you are not making here as new. If you make it new, then it cannot do auto boxing. Why? Because it is explicitly an object basically. Got it, right? So yeah, this one will be giving you the output called is equal to. Okay, why? Because you are explicitly passing that data, so it will automatically do the auto boxing for you. Similar to this, now tell me what should be the output. I have changed it and I make it I. What should be the output? Same equal to. Why? Because the reference is same. I is 10, j is referring to I is referring to 10. So both are 10. Okay, no problem. So it should be again equal to. Okay, yeah, now let's try to understand. What should be the output? Tell me. Equals or not equals? I am using equals. Equals will change the meaning. So what is the meaning of string? Take. What is the meaning of string 1? Take. So both are fine. So what should the output? Equal to. Okay. So let's run this code. It should be here. Equal to, no problem. Okay, yeah, now suppose I will do like this. What I've done, we are having one space at the end. Here we are having a space, but here we don't have a space. So tell me what should be the output? Not equal to. Why? Because space is also a character. Okay, so let's try to run this. What is the output of everything? Not equal to. Okay, yeah, so why not equal to is coming? Because space is also included over there as a part of your string. Okay, now let's try to understand one of those method we are having called trim. What is the method called? Trim. What is the method name? Trim. So what does trim means? Trim will remove the space. What is the method name? Trim. These are also very frequently used questions. Okay, so virtual methods are coming from string. What all methods are coming? Trim is one of the method. Equals is one of the method. Other methods we'll see one by one. So if I run this code, what should be the output? Equal to or not equal to? Equal to. Why? Because string.trim means it will be trimmed. Means it will remove the space, then it will compare with the str text. So it should be your equal to. But be very careful whenever you are doing trim. My variable should not be null. If it is null, then what will happen? It will throw null pointer exception, which you have already seen. Okay, so be very careful whenever you are doing trim. Before that, you must use the null check. So how to do the null check? String is not equal to null. Some sort of thing you can do. You must do this. Okay, because trimming will throw exception. So in which case it will fail. Let's try to have it null. If not have null check, and suppose you did it something like this, then what will happen? It should throw the null pointer exception. See, null pointer exception. Okay, so before trimming, be very careful. You must have the null check. In this case, it will work fine. I mean, even if you are having null now, even if it is null, we are checking it. So I am not equal to. Okay, it is possible. So be very careful whenever you are doing trim, you must do the null check. Okay, yeah. Now coming back to this, so now tell me what should be the output. I have put one space in between, not here. I have put in between. So tell me what should be the output. Not equal to or equal to? Why not equal to? Why equal to? It will remove the space. Sure? So try to understand. If you know how trim works, you will be able to answer it basically. Okay. So trim will remove the space from prefix and postfix. It will not remove it between. Okay. So what I am going to say is try to understand. Suppose my name is Tapas Chandra. Okay. Now suppose Tapas Chandra. So are both are same? No. Why no? Because Tapas Chandra is his first name. And in other case, what is happening? Tapas Chandra. Tapas is first name, Chandra is your second name. So both are not same, right? So similarly here also, what I am meant to say is, this is fine. This postfix or prefix we can trim it, but in between you should not trim it basically. Okay. So what should be the output in this case? It should be your not equal to. Okay. So yeah, let's run it. What is the output we are getting? Not equal to. So it will trim only from prefix or postfix. Okay, yeah. $67 message. Okay, let's try to look into one more thing over there. Okay. So let's remove trim. You understood, right? Trim is the one. Okay, it will do from prefix or postfix. Yeah. Suppose I will make this as a small c. So here we are using capital C, here we are using small c. Okay, so tell me, will it be same or different? Same or different? Different. Why? Because ASCII value of capital C is different from small c. So what should be the output? Not equal to. Okay, because equals will go for meaningful, right? So meaning is different. So see here, not equal to. Okay, yeah. Now try to understand. Similar to equals, in string we are having one method called equals ignore case. What is the method name? Equals ignore case. I will do this. So what does equals ignore case means? case sensitivity will not be there. I mean small is equal to capital letter basically. So what should be the output in this case? Equals. Okay, so equals ignore case will remove the sensitivity. Okay, so equals ignore case is the method. So in string we have studied equals method, trim method, equals ignore case. These are the three methods which we have seen. Okay. Now let's try to understand one more method which will be there. Okay, called to upper. What is one? To uppercase. What is the method name? To uppercase. What to uppercase will do? It will automatically make your capital letter everything. Okay, and then dot equals. Okay, string one dot to uppercase. Now tell me what should be the output? What should be the output? Equal to or not equal to? Equal to. Why? Because first it will make it to uppercase, means all upper. Here also all upper. All upper, all upper. What will happen? Both are same. Okay. So this is one of the method. I mean third method. This is very important question. Hai na? So in string which all methods are there. Okay. So you should be very careful about those methods. Similar to this uppercase, we are having one of the method called to lowercase. To lowercase, what it will do? Tell me. It will change it to your lowercase, means small letter. Now what should be the output? Equal to. Okay. Equal to. Okay. So these are the four methods, very important methods which you will get. Okay. One method is called string dot char at. What is the one? Char at. What is char at? Char at will give you the character. I mean, what is the character inside at the particular index? Okay. So if I'll make it 0, okay, and I'll make it char. What should be the output? Tell me. Char at 0. So string. What should be the small c? Okay, we will run it. Small c 0. Okay. If I'll make it at 4, what should be the output? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 t. Okay. So let's try to see it. The output t. Okay. Now if I'll make it to 20, then what should be the output? 20, you don't have this, right? So will it throw some exception, or I mean it will give you something? Huh? Sure. Okay. So see here, what is that exception it is throwing? String index out of bound. What is the exception? String index out of bound. So tell me, string index out of bound is compile time or run time? It is a run time. So you are trying to get the character of the index and your index is not available. Okay. So in this case, string index out of bound. So if you see the hierarchy, who is the superclass of it? Superclass of it is a index out of bound. Okay, so this is the one. Yeah, so you understood how to get a character head. Now let's try to understand one of those one of the method called string dot length. What is the method name? Length. So what is length means? Length means how many characters are there. So how many characters should be there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 characters. Okay, so we'll run it. How many characters are there? 8. Got it, right? So what all methods we understood in string? Char at, equals ignore case, then trim, okay, then to lower, to upper, then last one length. Okay, so most important is length and char at, and equals ignore case. So others are, but these 4 you must mention. Whenever people will ask, you must mention those 4. We have already seen the difference between string buffer and string builder, right? We have seen, no? Okay. Yeah, then we can proceed from there. So what is the difference double equal to equals method? Double equal to is used true only when both references are referring to the same object, or if you are comparing primitive data type. But equals method will true only if contents are meaningfully equivalent. Okay. Yeah. Now let's try to understand. Have you ever printed object? What we want to do is, I will comment on this. We are having student class is not there. Student equal to new student. I want to print this student. Tell me what should be the output. So the question is very simple. What I want to do, I want to print the object. Student is an object. I am printing it. So what should be the output? What should be the output? Any idea? Nobody had gone through that book. Okay. What should be the output? This is the first thing which is written over there in that book. Okay. So okay, let's run it. So what I'm getting, see, what is the output? First is the package name, then that class name at the rate of some number we are getting. So whenever you print object, what you get? Package name, then class name at the rate of some number. Okay, and what is this number? This number is nothing but, what is the number? This is called hash code. What is the one called? Hash code. Okay, so it will give you those package name, class, and other of conditions apply. Okay, so what is the condition? Let's try to override one of the method called toString. What is the method name? toString. What is the method name? ToString. It comes from object class only. And what I will do, I will make it to now. Tell me, if I'll run this code, what should be the output here? It will not give me hash code class. What will come? It will call your ToString method, get it and display over there. Okay, why? Because you are appending with string, so it will become string. So now what should the output come? What should come? Tapas should come. Okay, so let's run it. Okay, if ToString method is overridden, it will take the value. Okay, if ToString is not there, what will happen? It will just show those package name, class name and hash code. So that's what, even if we do this, we will get that output. Let's try to understand what is hash code. Okay, so what is in a hash code? Any idea? Any idea? So a hash code is nothing but it is an object ID number. So whenever you create object using new operator or any other ways, okay, what JVM will do, JVM will automatically assign one ID to that particular object. So something like I did here called student equal to new student. Then automatically what it will do is it will assign some ID to this, whatever the ID will be there, and some sort of ID it will generate. Okay, so something like as you have registered here, right? So they might have given you some roll number, 5 roll number, 6 roll number, some roll number they might have given you, right? So those roll numbers are similar to this, the ID which JVM is generating for you. Okay, so it is sort of object ID number, you can think. So internally it will run some algorithm and it will generate some random number for you. Okay. Now tell me, now can we use hash code for equality purpose? Got it, right? What I mean to say. So little bit earlier when I am using equals method, why I am using? I am checking. I want to check the equality of two objects. What I was doing? Dot equals. Now can I use hash code for the equality purpose? Can you tell me? Yes or no? Sure? Yes or no? Answer is no. Why? Because try to understand. Okay. So suppose you are studying here, okay, and there are two batch. One is Android batch, another is maybe something like SAP batch. Okay. In Android, suppose your roll number is 5. Okay. Suppose SAP 5 roll number will be some other person, right? Not you. Are you able to understand? Got it, right? Similarly here also, what is the object ID number? This is a number which is generated for you basically. Are you able to understand? So this number is not, might be same with some other number which is in some other batch or maybe any other format basically. Are you able to understand? So we can never use hash code for the equality purpose. We always use equals method. Got it, right? So what should be your answer? We shouldn't use hash code for equality check. Okay, why? Because it is not necessarily be unique. It is not unique actually. I mean, you never know. It might be unique, it might not be unique. The algorithm which JVM is using, okay, so it is trying to create you some random number. So if it is unique, luckily it is fine. Sometimes if it is duplicate, then it will create again problem. So you should not rely on hash code for the equality purpose. Where we rely only and only in equals method. Okay, so we must check it using equals method. Okay. Okay, now this is the assignment. Okay, relation between equals method and hash code, and just try to find the relation. Okay, so what I meant to say is, if equals is true, suppose it is returning true, then what will happen with hash code, whether those are same or not. If hash code is same, then what should happen with equals method? Okay, this is also very typical question which should be asked, so just do little bit of googling or research. Got it, right? So if hash code is true, I mean both hash codes are same, so what will happen with your equals method? If equals is false, what will happen with this? Okay, so those some sort of table you try to generate it. The table is already there in the book. Okay, so now try to generate the table. And this is also one of the very frequently asked question. Okay, chalo.